last one. Woo!
Okay.
Hello. How are you guys? It's been a bit. Been a hot minute, actually. Many moons have passed since we have last spoke. I missed you. I hope this finds you well. Today we have a podcast with Lichbane today. Unfortunately, I do not have you guys on my hand. We're kind of in a hybrid situation. So, to get you caught up to date, well, first, Core's coming and joining. Lichbane's following right after. They've already requested. But while they're joining, let me get you up to date. So, currently, I've been getting my stuff set up. I got my new PC back. I'm not on that right now. I'm still on the other one. Reason being is I'm almost done with the dual PC setup. I have everything working and jiving. I had a small hiccup where I had a broken HDS Plus, like Elgato. Did some troubleshooting. Turns out just like for some reason it just wasn't working with USB, like anything, 3.0s, doesn't matter. I had to use USB-C. So when I did that, USB-C to USB-C worked flawlessly. So now dual PC is almost done. I just need to figure out how I'm routing some of the audio stuff. But what this will enable me to do is do a lot of stuff. I've also set up a keyboard, and I got my electric guitar stuff set up with all my sounds. Finally fixed all those issues. So yeah, we're finally real boys, and I'll be able to do music stuff now. So I'm kind of excited about that. My dad's been helping me. We've been doing that together. Because I have some sub goals that we need to get to, which required me to get this stuff set up so I can do it. And I figured I want you guys to come along for the journey, so I just needed to figure out all this stuff. So once we get this set up, get the audio routing set up, then you guys can actually watch me. It'll be fun. I need to get set up to do it, so. Hell yeah, I'm excited to see. Oh god, the guitars sound great, by the way. Well, we have like 2 options. I'll show you later. We're gonna probably troubleshoot tomorrow. I have some troubleshooting I gotta do. I figure, you know, you guys used to watch me fucking build shelves, so why not watch me do some troubleshooting? Hey, Core, welcome. Aye, come, sit. Hey.
You have legs.
I do. Oh yeah, that's another update. I got the cord. Yeah, I got the cord. Here, let me adjust some levels. I need to adjust some levels here. Turn you up. Turn. Cord. There we go. Then I gotta turn. Voices enhanced. Speak to me, baby.
Voices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
so
13,
beautiful.
14, 15,
Excellent.
16. Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
All right. Core, what do you got for me?
This.
Oh, perfect. Good volume. All right. Works. Turn your knob up. All right. Well, I need to get the volume situated here because, you know, we don't have any, like, magic carpets here. We're just doing old school, old-fashioned, with fake microphones.
We're doing it live.
Yeah, exactly. Fake mana. Give him your mana input, and,
All right, I got this.
Oh, Jesus.
Did I do it?
Why does this always happen to you? Why do you have magic, what is it? Magic dysfunction? What is it? Magic erectile dysfunction?
Yeah.
Why do you have a problem getting it going? What's going on with that?
Dad, what going?
I ain't going magic. I'm just a fucking country bumpkin orc out here.
Got it. So less refined in the ways, you're learning the craft, and so, you know, sometimes it's a little hard to get the juice flowing.
I know how to hit something with a hammer. I don't know how to shoot a fucking thing out of a small tiny stick.
Fair. But, you know, you like to smash it, and sometimes there's things along with it, you know.
Damn right there is.
Well, welcome to the podcast, monsieur. I don't know if you're familiar with the format, but we're just gonna chill. We just chill.
Fair enough. I looked a little bit like a bit of a podcast here and there, like a VOD, just to like see, but I'm guessing pretty much, yeah, it's just chill here.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you the 411, and I'm gonna make sure that you leave here crying. And if you aren't, I haven't completed my job.
Well, you did say something that would make them cry.
Mike, what?
Yeah,
well, okay. Well, but I was just stating the obvious.
The one VOD I choose to watch, the very beginning. What's this about the orc no longer being an orc and being a human instead? And whitewashing the orcs?
Wait, what? What do you got me all wrong? What do you mean?
You said that to Rock. Well, you didn't say that to Rock, but you said that before Rock.
I think I'm being misquoted and taken out of context.
You said you were going over all the students, and you're like, I don't think we have an orc anymore. I think he's a human now. I'm not sure.
Oh. Yeah, I was just fucking with you. Yeah.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Okay, let's be honest.
Twit longer.
You gotta hit harder.
Time to cancel Chipz. This man's turning me non-green anymore. I can't.
It's not that.
This.
It's not you. It's the humans. Do you understand?
It's the fucking humans.
Yeah.
The fucking humans.
Yeah, they think they're better than you. They think they can hit harder than you. What are you gonna do about that?
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
That's what
We
I'm
just
saying.
little kittens. We smashing, we bashing, we walking.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it would be nice to see some more orcs, though, to be fair. I do love me some orcs.
Oh, absolutely.
Man.
Yeah, 100%.
Because before you, the only time we've ever had other orcs was, what's her name? Ate that one orc's heart that came. They just idly came by and knocked on our fucking berry and was like, hello! Smells good in there! And then they killed and ate. Right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it happened.
What the hell?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Dude, orcs have had a bad time with our people.
You ever seen a purple orc though?
I mean, I think they would mistake that for a drow.
Probably would. But
I mean, look at the ears.
normally they
Purple, grapefruits,
don't. Got something wrong with
grapefruits.
purple?
No, I'm just, again, you have the dysfunction, not I.
Sounds like something a white man would say.
What? The fuck is happening? I'm trying to exist. I'm from Saigon, you fuck. Damn. I guess we all look the same to orcs.
This is a hell of a fucking
Yeah,
story.
now I'm reversing on you. You came in here swinging with this like fantasy racism, and I don't know how to handle this.
Oh, you won't be swinging, huh? You won't be swinging? You won't be swinging real good? I'll show you some swinging.
Oh my god. Man, I got derailed. What were we talking about before that? We were segueing somewhere. Oh yeah, orcs. Yeah, I would like to see some more orcs. And actually, honestly, dwarves. I want to see dwarves. I want to see way more dwarves.
Dwarves would be nice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm trying to think. Because orcs' natural enemy, right, is, I guess, humans. Now think about it.
Probably, yeah. That makes sense.
All right. And did you have any troubles with AA, or were they pretty accepting when you came in?
I mean, they were accepting, to say the least. I mean, the people they were accepting, like the officers, but my peers and whatnot were more, nice to my face.
Was somebody mean behind your back?
Back at the cadet school that prepared me before I went over and transferred to AA.
Oh, pre-AA. Okay.
Yeah, pre-AA.
So AA was nice to you.
AA was nice. Yeah, AA is very accepting and such.
It's all a ruse to get them on their side, so then when they take over the world,
What?
What, you don't think AA is trying to take over the world?
Yeah.
New world order?
I mean, I could see.
Yeah, us humans have devious plans.
One nation under AA?
Oh my god.
Dear God. See, I'm not any type of demi-human.
I guess
It's
you
just a
kind
small
of are.
humor.
What do you mean?
Yeah, because of the.
I
Wait, what
don't
happened to
have
the
any
ears?
ears or anything.
Oh, you cut your ears off. Well, that's fine.
I don't have any tail. What are you talking about?
All right, fine. Well, you don't need those anyways. Well, anyways, that's
what
c'est la vie. So, bro,
What's up?
AA, your excursion with AA. So obviously you had some issues in your past, but AA has been pretty easy then. So no racism, no issues. Teachers were fine. Well, I mean, honestly, that's kind of shocking because, with all the stuff that happened in Ancestra and the current attacks and, the current fighting that's happening, Are you are you from the Tower of Seven?
No. So, where I'm from, I'm actually somewhere that isn't really on the map much. I'm like I said, I'm like a country bumpkin of sorts, as they'd say. But my clan is with the Tower of Seven.
How are you not on the map but part of Tower of... Makes no sense. So basically you're so
see, I'm
small, it's a piece of shit bumpkin land that's not even big enough to put on the map, and you just are associated because in your close proximity.
Yeah, you know, like, you got them small towns that are like 50 people, whatnot, you know? It's like way
Yeah,
too small, you
yeah,
don't have them
yeah,
like
yeah.
big
Yeah,
enough.
So like Jonk.
Yeah.
Or like when you're like 2 hours away from Seattle, but you say you're from Seattle.
True.
Exactly.
I do that all the time, yeah.
Yeah. It's like saying I'm from like side of Toronto, you know?
Makes sense, makes sense. Okay, so,
Yeah.
wait, I hear talking. Why do I hear talking?
Thanks to the Chase mobile
What?
app, your kid can shop
Chase Mobile?
independently while you keep
Is
an
he
eye on
okay?
his bag.
Chase Mo-
So you can
I
go
don't
from
know. Is he getting possessed?
Oh, yeah. Are things... So we had an issue with, like, our current, like, player. Can you get something to work on here? Can you put music of any sort? If it keeps failing for me.
I'll find something.
Oh yeah, I failed the video.
Yeah. I can't get the video to load, so I had to put something on in the background, and it's just unfortunately just fucking up. So yeah, ads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll
Okay.
be.
All right. So Orc from Seattle.
Close.
Yeah.
The small towns. He's from Ormond, is what it's called. It's a like a small town or a small like clan up north.
Right.
Yeah, it's like just north of the Dracus Waits, in like
Yeah,
there's
right.
like a small pocket
Yeah, right by the
of
Saigon.
snow. Yeah.
Yeah. I know with where you speak of that little crack.
Yeah. He's good with the cold. He's good and cold.
So
and
you're
all
gonna
that.
do fine
he
in the
loves
north.
Snow. Oh yeah.
What's your
Oh,
normal winter wear for or are you just fine going all clad?
I'm just fine.
Oh, you're gonna be taking clothes off.
Yep.
Makes sense, you
He's
know.
gonna be like, you know, got fur and whatnot. You know.
Are you hairy? Like underneath those clothes?
No.
No, real question. You know, no?
No, I'm not.
Well, then how
no.
do you keep your temperature up?
Orcs are built different. We got good body temperature.
Oh, got it. Built different. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, how
Not
do you-
like humans that, you know, gotta bundle up more in the cold. We're good in the heat, you know? We're good in the cold.
You know, I don't know if I'm good in the cold.
You know how you
I
see
guess we'll find out.
sometimes there's like some people who will just like walk out into like minus 20 degrees Celsius weather where there's like a foot of snow on the ground and they're just in like sandals and shorts and they're
Yeah.
fine. Yeah, it's kind of like how northern orcs are.
So you don't have like a little bit of hair on your chest?
I mean, there's probably a little bit of hair, but
No,
like,
okay. Or you just like clad like anime smooth. Listen, inquiring fans want to know.
yeah, I'm smooth.
Smooth as a
see.
baby's. All right, got it.
Oh, that didn't work either.
Oh, is it still failing? Yeah, okay, then it must be some VR chat upload, and now whatever video thing I'm using no longer is functional.
Maybe.
That's weird.
Well, it's fine. It's fine. I'll just hit next and on this ad and just keep rolling.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Not a big deal. All right. So when you came, oh, you got it to work? Wait, no shot.
Retrying load.
Look at you.
I tried out a stream.
Hey. Nicely done.
All right.
Since these guys are copyright free.
Perfect.
Nice.
There we go. Boom. All right, so you came from the Dragon. So, what was your journey to AA? How did you end up getting to Ascension Academy in the first place?
Well, I first had heard about the CAF and, you know, all the different things, and I wanted to, you know, help actually make a difference in the world, you know, I want to give a good name for the orcs and whatnot. So, eventually took a, caravans travel with some of our shipment down to the, you know, Tower 7. Went all the way down to the Drakish Waste and then down to the tower. And found my way to, you know, speaking with someone from CAF to, you know, get enrolled, get enlisted. Obviously, Mondor, sent a letter ahead as well to, you know, enroll me.
Was there a
and
driving
let you know
factor
that I'm coming.
for you to join, or what was the reasoning?
Well, like I said, I'd heard stories from the past of, you know, people more just seeing orcs as just savages and whatnot, and I wanted to give orcs a better name, and I wanted to, you know, do something, make a name for myself, for orcs in the world, you know, do something good.
Do you use the restroom facilities?
Of course I fucking use the restroom facility.
You paused way too long. I was.
What the fuck you think I'm gonna do?
Oh, I don't know. You said you were coming to be civilized. I was making sure you're civilized. Continue.
Yes.
More material
Yes,
for
I-
the.
I use the toilet, you know, I use a good leaf.
What?
What?
Using leaves in today's society? What?
What?
You know the academy provides
What?
They provide something more than leaves, you know. You're still using leaves?
I mean, I use the provided leaves. It's the white stuff. The white leaves.
Oh, the soft leaves. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm speaking orc now.
Yeah, they're nice and square. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, square leaves. They're very boring, but they do the job.
Yeah, they are boring. Sometimes they have a little bit of like a design on them for some reason. I don't know. You guys,
Man,
you humans
we're
are,
so
like,
fancy.
and
We even
whatnot.
bleach our toilet paper.
You know what else we bleach?
Oh God! Please don't bleach the toilet paper. I don't want to bleach my asshole.
I don't know how that would work out for you.
Oh
I don't
God!
want to think about that.
I don't want to think about that either.
New orc deterrent. Hunters are taking notes. Bleaching orcs asshole.
No.
Don't
Court-
try this at home.
Cortez is coming for your
try
ass,
this.
literally.
Oh my god.
The rock on the phone, Jesus Christ.
Rock. Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, hey, all hunters are better than the human hunters anyway.
No.
We hunt big game.
Big game hunters.
We hunt big game. Oh yeah. We got big wogs that we ride. We got, you know, we got
Boga.
we got big beasties.
Yeah, well, now all of them are just tied up doing other things. Currently, getting involved in this current escalation in the north.
Yeah. Dog got enlisted in some of the stuff going wrong around in the world. had that whole uprising and whatnot at the what city was it?
Ancestral?
Yeah. Orcs from the Tower 7 were enlisting from all the clans to come down and help them. So yeah, we had a group of ours go in as well. Had to leave Ma to do a lot of the smithing work.
Ah, nice. So, you prepared? You think physically, magically? Do you think the Academy is prepared? I mean, let's be honest. You know, the Academy's made some. We've done some things.
Only the best decisions.
Only the best from our group.
We're absolutely fucked.
Damn, I was hoping for
kidding,
like
I'm kidding.
I was hoping for a little bit of resistance,
kidding,
but he's just like,
kidding.
yeah, yeah. We.
No. I think we're good. I think we're ready to go. You know, I think we're good.
Okay. Even though half of us are like going crazy and turning to the dark side or some shit.
What? No. Who
You don't?
doing that?
No. You don't think so?
I mean, unless you are.
Man, unless I am. I mean, I think everyone's teetering on the edge, to be honest. I mean, one miscalculated step for one's perceived notion of good, and we are all fucked.
I mean, yeah. That is just a factor in there, but I think there's enough to keep people from going too far over the edge, you know?
I think it's too late for that. I mean, we have people just cold-blooded murdering people at this point. They're also using the guise of battle to mask, you know, their said deeds, right?
Gasp.
We're on the edge of what is right and wrong, right? Obviously, what we do is morally ambiguous as is, right? Soldiers told to go into a thing. They say, they're the bad guys over there. And you're like, okay. They're like, slaughter every last one of them. You go in there and you're fighting them. And then you find out later they were just, like, starving. But, like, your people told you that they needed to go, but you didn't know why. You know, well, we didn't do that. But, you know, I'm just using an example, right? So, like...
Yeah. No, I get it. And so it's a fine balance to teeter on, obviously, because, like, you know, if they're harming innocent people, even though they're starving, you know, trying to de-escalate as best as possible is the best thing to do. And if you're not able to de-escalate, then, I mean, or, you know, you kind of get pushed to things you don't want to do.
Do you think Ascension Academy de-escalates?
Maybe they can try.
We can start.
Listen, some of them old folks are a bit murder hobo-y, but some of us new folks can try a bit better, you know?
Alright, to be fair, I think part of it's under the guise, like, we're going on a mission and everyone's just expecting to get into fights. Let's be honest. Like, players are expecting, okay, bad guy? Oh, not bad guy? Friend. Hi, friend. Bad guy? No, not bad guy.
Mutated monster? Hello.
Hi, I'm a combat junkie.
Yeah.
I am now Hi, I am one of the combat junkies of Ascension Academy.
Yeah, exactly.
If all the enemies are dead, is that de-escalation?
I mean, I guess you win.
Yes.
If all enemies and allies are dead. Well, I guess you thought perceived enemies it didn't matter if they were allies. They were perceived enemies.
Yeah.
They were perceived enemies.
I mean, to be fair, I think Darza actually isn't as murder hobery as some people might think.
Nah, actually,
Like,
yeah, I agree with that.
He'll go into
Well,
the front line and he'll be like, you know, shield and axe ready to defend himself, but it's like he won't swing unless he's actually swung at. You know, like he's
Yeah.
waiting to be like he's defending his people. He's being the shield for his people, so his people can talk. 'Cause
Absolutely.
he's not gonna talk.
Plus, because his rage is like more prominent, people are like more likely to calm him down as well.
Yeah. If he's the one yelling, then everyone else sees it and is like, "Oh, hey, you're yelling a bit. You want to take it down a notch or two? You're at like a 13. You want to go down to like a 6?"
Yeah, you
but
were
if-
very
if,
calm.
But if any of the humans' eyes go red, you know.
Right. Well, that's what I mean.
God.
Compared to some of our humans, like you are literally a saint. Okay, the only thing that you do is at the beginning of battle you get combat hungry and you're like, let's charge! But that's more of a like a onga bonga hype. Yeah, exactly. That it's which is different because you know that probably is not necessarily. Sure, there's plenty of orcs that go bloodlust, you know, completely.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Right, but you obviously your orc has a handle on it.
To an extent, there are some times where he does get very angry and does let the rage get the best of him, and then he feels really bad afterwards because he doesn't want to be like that. He doesn't want it that like. Well, he started off not wanting that full orc heritage, but now he's more being like told that he's like his orc heritage is actually more fine to not just like be more humanized.
Right. I mean,
Let
yes.
himself be more orc.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, don't go tearing off someone's head and offering it as a sacrifice for some stupid god because, you know, it's your belief. But, you know, stay culturally acceptable to where you're at, you know. But, why are you just staring?
What the kind of rituals you
What?
think we're doing up north?
Man, have you not heard some of these crazy sects of orcs, man? They'll do some crazy stuff. Not all of them, man.
Crazy
I
white
know the
orcs?
fucking
Sect.
Look, I
It's
know the fucking
SECTS. Sect. Sect.
The sect.
Sect. A sect.
Oh.
It's like a subsection. It's it's a short section. Right. Right. So yeah. Some of them are just unhinged. Some of them are literally, "Rah! Rah!" You know. But then yeah. Tower of Seven is the exception. They are the civilized. You know.
I mean, yeah, you got like your pale orcs that are like, you know, savages, whatever. They like all whatever, like running around, like not really very unionized, uniform, whatever.
Alright.
You got some of the other Drakish Waste clans as well that are a bit more like savage-like and whatnot. You got your
Absolutely.
kids that kind of run around and do whatever in the Waste as well.
I mean, it's basically, that's the whole point of Tower of Seven. Tower of Seven was a bunch of orcs that got together, created, they wanted to be like humans, basically. So they started emulating, instead of staying nomadic tribal, they decided to try to make a place, right? That's why it's the Tower of Seven, right? Since instead of going around and oonga boonging, they created a place, so they had Tower of Seven. And they started emulating they started creating a society that was like a hybrid between orcs and humans, right? They were taking some of the stuff they liked and then like were incorporating it. It's almost like emulation. So it's interesting that you're bringing up accepting the orc, because that's basically the whole thing of Tower of Seven is like we wanted to not be brain dead even though we're dumb. We still want to be smart.
Was that your impersonation of an orc?
Listen.
Was that your best orc?
No.
Was that your best orc? Come on, put some more gravel in your voice.
I don't got no gravel.
Come on, give some more gravel.
No,
Give some
nah.
more gravel.
I'm that, just like the Italian guy. I'd be like the Joe Pesci's of the Italians. I'm not like the low guys, you know. What do you mean, God?
You're a fucking tenor voice. You're not a bass voice. You're fucking tenor. You're the boy going out to Al Capone like, hey, we got the boys in here, boss.
Yeah, you're like Zug Zug. I'm like Zug Zug. You know.
Yeah, you were definitely the zug zug, and I'm the zug zug.
Hey, we all have our places.
We do.
But yeah, going back to that, yeah, I mean, embracing. How much do you embrace of the old culture, and like, what is taboo to like? So, for example, like, say for example, Tower of Seven, who is trying to emulate another culture, and they've created their own culture set, and they have these kind of distinct culture sets, right? Because that's what it is. It's creating a culture, and a lot of cultures create their culture by looking at other things, adopting things into their culture, and they're very sometimes can be very selective in what they bring in and what they don't, right? And there's some selection there. And that kind of forms what they want, you know, their whole culture to be looking like. And so Tower of Seven has this ideology, right? And so if one that is from the Tower of Seven decides to maybe go back to more traditional stuff, Oonga Boonga stuff, how that would reflect or how they would take that if you were, say, in Tower of Seven versus, you know, like, hey, you know what, maybe I want to go embrace the nomadic lifestyle and, you know, go raise a random village because I feel like it.
I think that's kind of similar in a headspace of where the clan of Ormond is, where it's like they have like a bit more like some human traditions, you know, they do trade and whatnot with the different races that come in, go out, whatnot. They're very much everyone has their own job type of mentality, so it takes a village to raise a village type thing. Like, you could, I think a very good thematic you could imagine for the like small village is like almost like a mix of like an orcish pioneer village, you know. So it's got like your like huts, your like log cabins and whatnot. It's got like the log walls and such, with like this like wooden spikes and all around it. They still have like their cave for like mining and digging and whatnot. But they'll hang up their food from like hunts and such. They have like big bonfires, their pelts and everything like that.
Yeah.
They praise, like the shamans praise the elements and such. Like they do their rain dances for good, you know, flourishing harvests and such. Even in the snow, yes.
So, most for the record, and just for those at home know, for the most part, inherently orcs are bad guys. You need to know this. They are the generic orc. They are the generic orc. They are pretty Listen, man! I'm just telling you! I'm not humanizing every fucking creature that's a bad guy just because we need to make them a good thing. Then we have nothing to fight! For fuck's sake! Alright, end rant. Anyways, yeah, the Dracus Waste is predominantly bad orcs. There's a couple groups out there, and then there's Tower of Seven, and that's pretty much it. So how, now that we've given that to the audience, how has your group navigated that space of the culture of survival of the fittest, strong survive, my clan versus your clan, if I want your territory, I take what I want, which is the normal mentality? I'm assuming your town has maybe suffered from such, or maybe not. Maybe they've somehow made deals to get around it. But yeah, how has your clan fared with that, or do you know?
I do know a little bit about that. They've usually made some deals here and there with some of like the bigger tribe. Like we usually do trades and whatnot with resources.
Blood sacrifices. Give your firstborn.
No, we give like food and whatnot, like some of the stuff that we hunt or some of the weapons that we make. Ma's a like very well-known blacksmith.
I think they shielded him.
So she's
They
good with
didn't let
making
him know
weapons.
the other deals when they took what they wanted. I don't think they.
Oh my
You were-
goodness.
And then
Was
you
sheltered.
got the pale orcs that you got the pale orcs as well that kind of come in and raid. There are sometimes other orcs and other people that come in as raiders that we have to fight off. But also it does help that some people from the Tower of Seven do stay at our village from time to time, and then other people know that, so they don't want to be like, oh, they were at the Tower of Seven. We probably shouldn't mess with them too much, or else we're gonna have a whole lot of fucking grots and whatnot coming out of our asses.
Mm, well, you made it out of the hometown. You're in Ascension Academy. Now, what are your goals? Survive.
Still similar. I mean, one of my goals is, well, usually for an orc, whenever they get to a certain age, they go through a sort of trial to get their title. Such as Ma is Draka Iron Grip, because of how good she is good with iron. She's the best blacksmith in the village. We've got Gruel Wargfang, who's my dog. He's the lead hunter of our clan. I don't have a title yet, and I want to do something that earns me a title at some point.
There you have it. Alright, looking for that title. Getting that WoW title takes a while. You might have to grind a boss or two.
God, does it ever. I have to get like 10 reputations up. I
No,
gotta kill like
no.
8 bosses on heroic.
Jesus.
I gotta level up my profession.
Oh my god, yeah, you've been
I've
doing
been
it.
playing WoW
It's,
lately.
you've been doing years of this. I mean, and then you do years of it, and then DDoSed.
Oh my fucking god. Fucking the OnlyFans shit going on recently?
Yeah.
Holy fuck. God, that's so sad.
Dude, I would cry, and I'm sure many did.
I would cry.
Yeah, that's a lot of hours
Yeah.
wasted.
I mean, even if the guild is disbanded, at least they can still play on their own and do like their own sort of stuff, rather than it be like the whole big event group that does it, because then they'll get DDoSed.
Ah, it's still
So
stupid.
they'll still be able to play and have fun, but absolutely stupid.
Yeah,
And I do
well,
hope that Blizz actually gets more DDoS protection.
yeah, but what do you do when people have a burr up their ass and they just want to like ruin people's fun because they think they can gatekeep WoW and who can have
Yeah,
fun on it
right.
or how they have fun on it? Jesus Christ, entitled much.
Bruh. For real. Bro, I've been playing this game for 20 plus years.
Yeah. Yeah, ridiculous. Sorry for getting on that tangent, but yeah, pretty sad. It's pretty sad.
You're good.
Yeah.
It is sad.
I mean, I've cried when I've lost my character. It's lots of hours. It's lots of
Man.
hours.
I couldn't imagine.
Oh, wait. Have you been playing on the hardcore servers?
Yeah, well, that's the one time I had an episode. Me and my girlfriend played for a while, and I had her, and she was doing really well, and then I lost her. I was trying. Rest in peace,
Rest in peace.
dear pocket priest.
Playing the priest.
Is that the biggest loss here?
I think the biggest loss we know is Eden lost. Anyways.
Well, so all right, you are
'Kay.
progressing to get that title, and who knows what that's gonna do. I mean, fuck, what have you fought so far? I mean, a lot of this shit should have earned you a title by now. If anybody of your clan saw, let's be honest, you fought like, well, you didn't defeat it, but you fought. What is it? That fucking what's that fucking vampire thing called? The fucking Vargeist thingy.
Oh, yeah, the Vorgeist, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he ran away because thank God we would have died. But
Yeah, I mean, we still go around it. I protected people from, getting brutally maimed by it.
right. We fought Dark Order cultists. I mean, huge monstrosity beasts.
Fought a lot of those big vampire generals and whatnot that were running around. Fought a lot of the werewolves.
Yeah, no
Oh,
offense to
werewolves.
Daddy-O, but someone has made some accomplishments, if you ask me. How do you send a memo to them? You say like, "Yo, so I just like defeated the biggest, baddest boss you've ever and never will ever see again. Give me title or."
Well, well, first I wait till it's night time. Then I go out to look at the sky, and I look for a very specific star. And then I start talking with. I know that Monda, same star, and then I'm very happy.
And write them a letter.
Okay. Oh god, I was like, man, should we check him into some sort of like institute or something? Like I was like, man, we might need to like see a psychiatrist.
No, it's another orc tradition that
Yeah.
if like it's like a thing to help the kids like a little bit where if you look up at the star, we'll see the same star, and then you can talk to us.
wish upon a star. Yes. Yeah.
When you wish upon a star.
Just orcs down there just singing the song.
When you wish upon a star.
Oh.
That's pretty good.
Okay. I prefer a bit more throat singing type, you know. We do
Yeah, I can't do that. Well, I can't do. I used to be able to do the throat singing. I can't do it on command. Damn it. Damn it. It's not happening. It's like somewhere deep in the back. I can't find it though. I can't find it. It's somewhere.
Don't worry.
Try not
At least
to,
you can sing creep.
As my choir
Oh, I almost said it.
say, try not to like be there you go. Try not like pushing it.
Oh man, I almost found it. I almost had
Pull
it.
it in. Try pulling it in more, So like keep it like
Yeah.
at the back of your throat.
Oh yeah, finding it. God damn it. Because you need to find that gargle, right? There, it's the what is it, that
Yeah,
chanting
yeah.
thing? Man, I'll find it one day.
Yeah, you gotta find the right gargle.
Got this.
Yeah. Well, I might be here for an hour trying that. So what'd you do on the pod?
Fair.
You made noises.
I've got enough practice at choir to be able to do enough bass.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, so orcs are singing to stars, okay, like Disney, and cute imagery.
Yes, but we also write letters.
Okay.
Poorly. We write poorly. It's chicken scratch. But,
So
know,
you
we
just
write.
say, me, destroy chicken. Big chicken.
Is what you think
that
chicken
means
scratch is?
dinosaur. Because you don't know what to call it. You should just call it the big chicken. Defeat big
No,
chicken.
see, I think for those we call them big clucks. Or cluckers, you know?
Okay. Sure.
Yeah. Orcs usually have like some different names for some different things. Like for gobbies or goblins, sometimes we just call them gits. That's similar also with like little orcs because they're like similar size.
That just sounds like derogatory.
I mean, it's easy. Hey, you got kids, don't you? Instead of children, we got gits.
All right, go get him.
Yeah. Then we got our grots, which some people like to say is like them big lizards or whatever, like them salamanders.
All right. All right, I'm gonna start getting into the nitty gritty. It's time.
Oh, okay.
So how many missions have you been on?
How many missions, like AA missions?
Correct. Yeah.
Well, Fallbrook.
Is that the only one?
Technically we did like some missions that were like outside of the school, like outside
Okay.
the school grounds, like a couple of those, like
But
maybe
this was
one
your
or
first
two,
big mission.
Technically, that was my big mission.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, that was my first mission.
Oh. Yeah, normally they're cookie cutter and easy, but that one was not.
Yeah, you kind of got shot and traumatized the orc boy a bit.
Sorry about that.
It's all right, you know. He tried to pull you out of a dark place, but you know, you kind of were a bit, you know, steadfast in your ways and whatnot.
So, were you... Wait, what do you mean shot? I didn't shoot him. I don't have a gun.
I don't know what we're talking about right now.
No, I lost the plot. What did I shoot you with?
No, you didn't shoot me.
Oh, it was a metaphorical shot. Yeah, metaphorically.
Yeah, no, cause
No. What I was saying, cause Chipz was like going off on his own to do stuff because he was saying that like the academy was like losing their way and all that shit.
I said the murder
and
thing. Dars was upset.
yeah,
That's what he meant.
Oh.
Yeah, shot to the heart. Yeah, but then I reiterated. I said it wasn't everybody. It was just they know the people who follow through with. I mean, that plan was awful. That was a god awful plan. Who the fuck
God, it was
says
bad.
I'm going to break someone out to kill them in front of their clan? But how is that fucking moralic?
It was not good.
Or
but
even
they were-
smart. Let's have them bring
There's
us
that.
to their decided place.
look,
Okay, this is my opinion,
You
by the
know
way.
what
My
ain't a
opinion. I
good
have to
plan?
preface. My opinion. Because there are varying opinions. Some people might think this was the right course of action. And honestly, course of actions, I mean, regardless of whether it was bad or good, it did get a result. Okay?
It sure did.
It sure did. You know,
Things
chat,
did
chat,
happen.
We're never leaving the plan talk. We're never leaving this. We're gonna be here for like
Chat,
10 years
chat, are we
later.
cooked?
We're
Chat,
gonna
are
be
we
here 10
cooked?
years later. We're
Okay,
cooked.
no, it's-
we're deep fried.
We're just
air-fried.
getting it out. See, this was a very traumatizing experience for a lot of players and characters, okay? And so, in my opinion, the best way to do it is just talk about it a bunch of times until no one gives a fuck about
Oh,
it
yeah.
anymore. And then they've talked their piece
yeah,
and they're like,
100%.
yeah, we don't care about it no more. And then now we can lose the next time horrifically and then
God.
have to talk about that one again.
God, I do have to say, Dars was so upset when it was like he was against some of the plans because of like what was happening, right? And it's like, why is there such a like a time frame? Like, what is like, what
There
is not
wasn't.
being said here? And then also on the fact, but then also on the fact of like trying to bring up different points that were going against it, and then Barian twisting that. Like Hannah brought up a point that Dars was going to say, and then he completely twisted it to say like a different plan that was like completely different and would be like a horrible thing. And it's like, no, that's not what we're saying. at
Well, what we
all.
witnessed there is literally what's common in like political spaces when there's like a big group of people that are set in their ways. They don't want to listen to the rest, and they will look for the narrative that best supports their idea, or they'll twist whatever's being shown like factual data to fit their narrative, right?
This is the best plan in the history of plans. Maybe.
Jesus Christ.
Is that Barian?
Barian with a tan. I'm sorry.
But it happened, and you know,
It did.
it did. Now, so you were semi against it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, Dars was against the plans. He eventually did comply, obviously, because he wanted to make sure that things still went as best as possible, so
Right.
then there weren't any injuries. Which then, unfortunately, of course, led to the next like episode. Was it only one episode? I think it was one episode that I was away for that week IRL, so I couldn't help with my part of that fucking plan.
Where were
Which
you
it
going to
is
be
what it is.
stationed?
I had just come back from the ball, so I was in the town with like Vivina, Victor, Shizu, all those people.
Oh, so you would have been in the town battle.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I snuck out of that party.
Unfortunately,
Deuces.
yeah, you did. You snuck out of there real quick. But unfortunately, IRL calls. I was in New York at the time. It is what it is.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah, so the plan went off, and, my character did what he did, and honestly didn't really do much other than just get thrown to the side. And then, so pretty much the plan goes off without a hitch. And off we go. To be fair, when did we hit a hiccup? Did we even hit a hiccup? Yeah, we couldn't defeat Garm when we wanted to. That was the hiccup.
Yeah.
Because we
Yeah,
got
they
him
didn't
to the
defeat
point of
Garm,
power.
they-
Because they brought him back to his place of power. He got a power up, and then we weren't anticipating that. Because we basically fulfilled the self-fulfilling prophecy. Oh no, it's the full moon, we better let him out. But then that actually got him to the place where he could take advantage of the full moon, in which case then we shot ourselves in said foot. Yes.
Yeah. And then the following week was when, after we had defeated Garm and got the information, we then went into the keep, and we had the whole keep episode that I was there for.
Yeah, the big keep.
Yeah. Oh, the keep. Oh, boy.
Yeah, the Fallbrook was not easy. And then, the vampires, man. Okay, Garm fucked us moralically, but literally was just a pawn.
Dars actually almost died in that werewolf keep, by the way.
That makes sense. That was a...
Yeah. During the, they went up to, near the roof, where there was, a bunch of, alchemy stuff going on.
Ah, yes, it was a
And
cool
there was
fight.
a big... Yeah, that was a good one. He got fucking crushed underneath his shield so many times. It was so bad that, he got pulled out unconscious and had to get healed.
A lot of people got messed up. Kinez was playing the main boss there and, was fucking you guys. He was just, doing these roll things into you guys. It was crazy. Yeah.
Props to them.
Yeah, they did a good job. Yeah.
Love
But-
a good monster. Love a good boss.
Made it out, and then, so did you have any beef with any of the vampires in Fallbrook?
Oh, yes. Oh, God, yes.
Which one?
A couple of them. I forget their names, but Chris's big guy, the one in big armor.
Blackman?
Blackwin, yeah. Blackwin was one that he just wanted, it seemed like he was, just getting taunted by him constantly.
Yeah.
He wanted to keep, trying to fight, but then Blackwin kept just running off. It's fight me like a man, you coward.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, has some beef with Blackwin. I think her name's Verona, that Woody played. Oh, God. She was another one that was just jumping around a bunch, constantly a lot of beef there because he was hurting his friend. She was hurting his friends a lot and messing with their heads a lot.
Were you in the I Can Fix
Vivina
Her
as
camp?
well.
Fix her. I can lop her head off.
There was a pause. I mean, if
Not partial for that reason, but Dodge has a woman. He ain't looking for another crazy bitch.
fair, fair.
Dodge has a good woman.
Alrighty.
Mm-hmm.
So then, no Team Lenora. Then only Team Blackwin. A support.
What do you mean, Team
What?
Blackwin? I want to fuck both of them up.
You just said you prefer Blackwin.
Ah, fuck both of them. Hey,
Wait. So
in fact,
you can't do that. That's unfair.
Edgar, actually, wait, Edgar too. Actually, now that I think about it, he's got beef with all three of them.
Well, I mean, they fucked you guys over. Like all three of them did. You know, like Edgar was responsible
did.
for a lot of the what is it? The alchemy stuff with the
Yep.
yeah.
That's actually specifically why, because during the first fight with Garm outside of the city, Edgar gave Dars a potion to help like heal his wounds and like energize him, which like you know had a different effect than was expected, and made him rage a lot more. So it was only supposed to work like for a few seconds, but it worked for like minutes.
Do you do anything regrettable during
So-
that time, or what?
Oh god, I forget fully what had happened during that time. I think Dars had like said something, like lost his temper a lot more. Maybe he had like gone a lot more aggressive than he wanted to, because again, at the time he didn't want to be like as aggressive orcish
Right.
kind of thing. He learned to more accept that as Fallbrook went on.
Right.
Which led to a funny line from Edgar during one of the final fights, going like, something along the lines of like, "How about you take this," or something, like, "inject this." Because Edgar was pissed off at Dars for like the concoction not working as intended. Or working
Oh,
differently.
okay.
It pissed Edgar off so hard.
Well, yeah. They did a great job. Like that, the whole trio of vampires were fucking great.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Missed them.
yeah, Alec, Chris, and Witty did fantastic during that time. That was
Oh
great.
yeah, many scars and memories.
Yep.
And that final epic
many
battle,
scars.
holy shit! Who did you fight?
That final fight was like a lot of the big, big enemies, giants, undead, golems, whatever. He fought Lenore quite a bit, and a little bit of Blackwin as well.
Okay, so you're on the Lenora side, because there was separated between like
Yeah, yeah.
Lenora, blah, and then like I think Edgar was just flitting in and out of the two places.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, there were. Which I think then eventually it did go into like the single platform in between.
Yeah, merged battle.
Yeah. Yeah, so he did fight all three of them.
I didn't get to. Man, I needed to watch a VOD to see all that. I didn't actually have time to do that. Because normally, what
Yeah, you had your fun with Godfrey up at the
I was just emotionally
above.
drained after that. So
Fair. Fair enough.
yeah, just like playing even close to doing that kind of thing, and then it's just heartbreaking. Listen, man, anime is trying enough. Having to fucking improv it is.
Yep. Hey man, sometimes it turns out pretty good.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's a good story. Like I did like Fallbrook. So, I mean, you have no baseline to compare it to. So I guess, how'd you like Fallbrook?
Fallbrook has ups and downs for sure. But I think it was fine for the most part.
Yeah.
Like I had my fun in it, honestly.
You found
Sometimes that
your
was
place
just,
of
like,
fun.
more chill downtime, whatever. Yeah. I had my fun in the story for sure.
We definitely stayed there longer than we ever have before, and I liked that this time. Used way more of the map, and
That was a very, very long mission.
Yeah, but it's like it's weird. It's like we're bored out at the academy, but like, and we want to go out on missions. We go out on missions and we go out for like a little bit, then we come back after 6 days because we're homesick. And it's weird. Why are we homesick of a place that we're bored of? I'm trying to find out our psyche
Because
here.
there's no place like home.
I mean, true, but like we're so comfortable there. It's weird.
I mean, yeah, but it's like you need a good mix of, you're at home, but then you leave home, and then you're not gone from home for too long to then go back to it.
True, but then if you're
need a
there
good-
at the
you need a good
academy
amount of
for a
in-and-out.
million years, I think we were at Fallbrook at about the right amount of time. There's one other thing I wanted to do. Yeah, there's one thing the reason why I know it's about the right amount of time is because there was more stuff I wanted to do and we didn't do it. So that means
Oh, really?
I cut it short, which means it was about the right time.
Damn, you cut that short?
Well, yeah, well because we didn't get to the
We're saying
vampire
shit like
district.
that.
Well, because the improv went a
We were in there for
complete.
like a moment.
Yeah, we don't dictate the improv. We have an outline, and then the improv kind of goes in its way, and we didn't unlock the vampire zone. We fought our way through the vampire zone. Right?
We're
Like
going back.
when they don't want to kill us on sight again, when they forgot our faces.
We're not KOS.
Hey, they don't want to kill all of us.
No, it is
There's
true.
some of us that they like.
No, they're gonna like us. We're fine. Silence character, Hannah's gonna make us look real good.
Yeah.
We're gonna come back and they're like,
she's
oh.
gonna be writing all the newspapers.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be like Hannah this, Hannah, and then they're gonna be like, all right, here you guys go. Fine, come in. Hannah paved the way. All right, no, we did do stuff. We weren't useless, and for remember, the majority of the people don't know what exact involvement we had. There was some weird paper things that's gonna skew a percentage of population, just like real world. You have a bunch of leading articles that lean one way versus the other way, and it's gonna make you think one way or be aggressive in another way. I fucking hate media, and so you have this, and they were utilizing it, but also you have a bunch of people who don't really keep up on that stuff, and they only saw the outcomes or they saw the articles at the end, and so there's going to be a percentage of people that don't care or think positively, and a percentage that saw the other leaning side and were like, yeah, fuck those guys. I remember when they did this, right? So it's just going to be a way it is. We have a mix. We're going to have a mixed reception for a bit, basically.
Fuck that long-haired vampire in particular.
Honestly, I look great there. Not gonna lie.
You did get the papers to. The papers did fucking.
No one loves a
pump you
martyr.
up a bit.
Everyone loves a martyr. Excuse me. Yeah.
God. Everyone loves a martyr.
Well, I mean, people, because usually they can't, lavish them with gifts afterwards. But luckily, I didn't die.
Luckily.
I didn't die.
You're like that meme from one of the Ice Age movies where, I died, but I lived.
This is true. I just unlocked special powers. All. See, I don't know if anybody's noticed, but I don't like just showing up and shitting out of power. Just don't like it. So I, every power I've gotten or power up or power explosion, something happens. Like with the disintegrate thing, I whatever fought someone, put yeah, exactly.
Buzzy.
Yeah. So there's always a moment, and that was a moment that I unlocked my ability that I was gonna have for a million years, but it wasn't ready. That was a perfect time.
Yeah.
And then I unlocked more, but I of course then had to do a rush catch up because I've been behind, but it's fine.
Darth has been Darth has been toying with the idea of like, maybe I can use lightning, throw axe, and then I can recall axe back. And he's been like trying to do that for so long, like
Yep.
like fucking Jedi Force bag, but
Chipz
Ain't
tried
working yet.
magic for, well, I guess 4 IRL years, but maybe 3 years. He's been trying magic for a while, so finally got it.
Yeah, I mean, Dars has like a good amount of mana, but he doesn't know how to use magic properly. I mean,
Right.
his first day he did something fucking crazy of, oh hey, the big elemental that they summoned, he, you know, did the summoning spell and then brought it back to the classroom under his command. He then forgot the spell and hasn't really been able to do it much since, until like being told the spell to do it again, like, you know, months later.
Right.
He's not good with memory.
Yeah, normally you need that to be a mage. Gotta tick
Yeah.
summon that in spec.
That's why we prefer shamans, because we don't need the intellect and the memory. We just go by feel. You know, we feel the magic going through our body. You know, the lightning's in my heart, and then it travels down to my arm and goes into my axe.
Ooga booga magic.
Boonga boonga.
Around the fire.
Bunga bunga.
Alright, so Fallbrook made it through. I mean, did your character have any issues with fellow students during that? Because I know there were a lot of heads butting during that time, and of course the whole Jamie fiasco at the end, which I'd like to get your opinion
Oh
on.
god, the Jamie fiasco.
Yeah.
That went well, didn't it?
Yeah, it's almost like I walked up right as it was happening.
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Yes, he walked off on his own. I was outside the town for a little bit, and then Dita was walking around looking for Jamie because he hadn't been back in a while. Dars was angry, like, says, you know, you can go find him. He feels bad and it's like, I really don't like Jamie, but I'm gonna go help find him just in case, whatever. So then he goes looking around. He sees Jamie talking with the vampire lady.
And he
Like,
redeems
he goes
himself.
up the hill, sees them, and then it's like, okay, there they are. Goes down the hill, looks around to see like where anyone might be to like call him over. Doesn't see anyone. Walks back, like goes back up the hill to then like actually talk with them. I see the light shot go right across my screen from the top of the hill. I then get up the hill and I see the like person disappear, and it's like, so they just left.
They're taking a nap.
So that
What happened to him?
Jamie guy.
So where'd the vampire go?
He
You know, they just left. They're
Wait, she said
gone.
that?
They just kind of poofed, you know.
can die.
You didn't do anything to him?
No, they just left on their own.
They die.
And then and then they had a heartfelt conversation, and it's like, man, you know what? Maybe I've got the wrong idea of Jamie. You know, maybe he's
It's a funny
fine.
impression.
Maybe everything's fine, and he's actually like, you know, growing as a person. Oh, someone's dead. Oh, it's the person you were talking to. Oh, you killed them, didn't you? When they disappeared, and I.
Small potatoes.
You're having this great conversation with Jamie. Smash cut into like where he's being taken up to the front of the assembly hall.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
his-
like,
having
you
his
know,
crimes
immediate,
listed.
like, you know, they have a nice conversation. You know, you put a nice platter of like food on the table. You know, it looks like great. It's fucking elegant. And then, oh hey, this happened. Gone.
I love that.
And then
you know they just
he told the CAF person what he saw and what happened, and the CAF and you know the whole trial thing still happened where you know didn't really have much happen to him. Which then later hears apparently people have been locked up for less. Meanwhile,
Oof.
Jamie's basically on house arrest.
Yeah, Jamie's in.
And
kind
it's
of-
more his family name that's, you know, treated punished. And it's like,
So are you like pissed off? Never gonna talk to like, because some people are just like fuck that guy, and there's some of them who are saying it are even hypocritical because they literally are killing people in cold blood. But like, do you hate Jamie? Or do you think there's a
Dars doesn't
chance?
like Jamie. Dars does
I
not
already
like
didn't
Jamie.
like Jamie beforehand.
Dars already didn't like they already like clashed and butted heads on some things here and there. Like he didn't like him personally. He like from certain like stories and whatnot, from like interactions, he already didn't like Jamie. Seeing this was just like a
Well,
you're
that-
over
that
here now.
happened.
You're over here now. Now, to be fair, Darz's philosophy from his hometown and everything, it is like, no matter what, even if you are like a rotten apple of the bunch, you likely just need to go through something, and you can slowly build your way back up to actually being a good part of the family again, a good part of the group. Because he was very similar with Euphemy, who literally threw sand in his eyes on like one of the first days of him being there to heal him.
Who cares?
That's sand in the eyes.
Oh my God, you're such a baby.
Sand.
He's a
Here, me
baby.
grabbing
the
some sand and driving
eyes.
over to Cel's house.
Bro, in relation to all the bullshit shenanigans that has happened on this campus, sand in the face is what I'm being told is the line? Are you fucking kidding me? I've been
Well, no,
stabbed
okay,
in the goddamn heart
to
for
be
a
fair.
prank, bro. Don't come at me that this is just
Hey,
sand
you're
in the
a
eye,
vampire.
man.
That's
What the fuck? And you know what?
fair.
Victor
Okay.
does no wrong, right?
But Victor's the
No.
best. We love Victor.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No.
Yeah.
Nah, Dar's just seen Victor mess up too as well. That's like everyone's made their mistakes.
But sand in the eye?
But like,
Come on.
okay, to be fair, that was the first thing, alright? Euphemy then was also pretty racist towards Dars from then on out. Towards greenskins.
All right, that sounds about accurate.
Yeah. But
I'm not gonna defend that. It's just,
even after that, I mean, okay, to be fair
It's
as
just,
well.
you know.
I mean, it's a similar thing where, like, even for Euphemy, Dars saw it where it's like, you know, he doesn't like it.
Whoa.
But still,
Whoa.
fuck. Oh, am I
You're
good?
back. Yeah,
think I'm good.
I got you.
Okay.
Oh,
Euphemy still is there, and you know, still work on like bringing them back and like building them better to, you know, help AA as a whole, right?
Right.
Jamie is almost at a point where Dars even thinks that they're too far gone.
Really?
Which that's how you know how far Jamie went with that shit.
Oh, it's
and how much he
absolutely
doesn't like
atrocious. Yeah, it's horrible. But like, you have to understand, like, my character, especially watching this, I don't see any difference between what he did and what some other people have done on the battlefield. Some of it is very close to being the same. Please don't. I give up. Or, you know, giving commands to disarm. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. We know that they're mind controlled and we're cutting them down like flies, right? Like, we do these things and we turn our blind eye when we find it necessary. And then when we do that and you have someone like Jamie, right, who's seeing all of these things, we are shaping. We're supposed to be shaping people, right, when they come into the academy.
We're great. We're
And
great
we are
role
teaching
models.
them that, well, it's okay if we don't like them and we see them on the field of battle, we have every right to kill them. That's pretty much our motto. If you cross our tribe, you will die, right? Like that's kind of like our vibe, right? And and we see this done habitually over and over, and we've committed war crimes. You know that. We've committed many atrocious war crimes during our...
Stars has heard.
Yes.
Stars has heard,
And it's happened even around you, and you might not even have noticed it. That's how often it happens, and how it's kind of just becoming more commonplace. Because we're very quick to slash. We're just very quick, right?
Yeah.
And
for sure.
So Jamie, I mean, if you're thinking about it from a student perspective, we've taught him what to do. There's the only difference for him. The war wasn't over, and that's what the CAF was arguing. For him, the war wasn't over in his head. You just got done fighting an hour ago. He just got done. They were slaughtering your friends and watching your friends die. And now it's okay, and we're supposed to be friends, right? Like, now the idea of war was still fresh, right? And that's why, honestly, we should have pulled out of the city, probably, if we're going to think about it logically.
Right.
Like, just...
Right away.
Yeah, we should probably pull. But, I don't know, that wouldn't make for a fun story, let's be honest. We need resolution.
No, you need
Yeah.
that, like, last day.
Yeah, you need the last day.
Yeah. But yeah, so from Jamie's perspective, I could kind of see it, right? Like, this is what you guys do. I was just doing what you do. So
I can see it in the devil's advocate, but there's a bit. It feels almost a bit further than that. Even.
Oh, it does. It was very premeditated.
Yeah, because one, it's premeditated. Two, it's an innocent that he has interacted with multiple times. That people. Which, in a defense for Jamie, people have been, like, telling him, like, hey, be careful around them because they're a vampire. They might want to try to, like, bite you or whatever.
And they kept saying they wanted to.
Yeah, but that was a cultural thing of, like, they just like Jamie. It's not like I'm going to turn you into my thrall.
I mean, in Jamie's defense, don't trust vampires. As a vampire, if someone gets very interested in you and they're just kind of popping up out of apparition and be like, hey, can I suck your blood? No? Yeah, but you smell so delicious. How about now? It's only been a minute. It's like, I would probably start freaking, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's completely fair.
Especially with their reputation, okay?
Yeah, but
they're not
that's
nice
still
people.
A point of like, that's still a point of like, it was an innocent person that they weren't really involved in much that was going on, and we had like the one target that we were defending from that was like the one group of vampires rather than the town that we were defending.
I don't know much about that.
I don't know
vampire.
if innocent is the right word, right? Because they probably committed many atrocities in their vampiric life, killed many people.
Yeah,
right.
But
that doesn't justify you being a vigilante and offing someone, right? Like, right. That's not your place.
And that's coming from like your knowledgeable perspective as well,
right?
Like,
yeah, right.
We don't necessarily know all the stuff that she's done,
right? We don't
in character.
Correct.
I think the one thing that was also a nail in the coffin, I remember, in discussion with Imagine on that, was the female vampire actually said, Imagine asked them if they knew Lenora, I believe, and then she said yes. And I think that was the final nail in the coffin, which they had said yes, even though it was like that was a slip and they likely knew just like a different person named Lenora. They didn't know the one that Jamie knew. Which is, one of the commanders of like one of the three that fucked up Jamie really badly.
Yeah, well, Jamie definitely thinks that, has said, I mean, that they knew Lenore and that they worked for him, or at least they led him to believe that.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
that carries a lot of threat with it,
it does.
especially after what just
Like-
happened. And then repeating,
out of
saying, "I want
character,
to
I
suck your blade. I want to suck the blood."
Yeah, like honestly,
And I work for the bad guy.
Hearing stuff from outside, I completely understand like both sides of it, and it's like I understand Jamie a lot more.
Murder,
like, as a
bad.
player.
Ascension Academy, bad influence. I'm gonna be honest. We should feel ashamed of ourselves, and we should take responsibility for what we've created.
Yeah.
Because I think we're responsible for this. Absolutely, 100%. Product of the environment.
Evil Hoshi was right.
Yes!
There's only, I mean, okay. There's only a certain extent to which you could say that Ascension Academy is at fault.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying
At
that.
a certain point, it's not Ascension Academy's fault anymore, and it is fully Jamie's fault.
Well, yeah, but we're talking about if we are teaching people, we've taught bad behavior.
How do
We
prevent
we,
it?
we haven't taught proper engagement, how to disengage, de-escalate. We haven't taught de-escalation tactics. We've only been taught tactics on how to kill.
Yeah.
That's it. We don't know how to de-escalate. I don't think. So yeah, I think we have a responsibility with that. But yes, of course, his choice is his own. I'm not saying he's not. We're solely responsible for that. Yeah, of course, that'd be weird to take someone else's choices from them. They're ultimately responsible. But to say that we didn't help influence a certain type of behavior would be a little bit narrow-sighted, because we turn a blind eye so often to our own people for like things that we fuck up and say, don't do it next time, okay? Let's learn from this, okay?
Yeah.
Then they do it again. Shh, well, just if you don't tell anybody. All right, like,
Don't
Tell me a
fuck
better
up
curriculum.
a third time, buddy.
Tell me
Now-
a better curriculum at this school.
for me, I think Jamie, obviously he's batshit crazy. Let's be honest. We all know he's crazy. It's not a question.
He's a bit. He's a bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
And I'm not defending any of that. But I do like to point out that, yeah, as a school who's supposed to take responsibility for proper upbringing and bringing in a conducive environment of learning, we have failed to do so. We have constantly turned a blind eye and enabled bad behavior, which is then seen and done repeatedly by the students.
Yeah.
So,
You're right. We're getting K out of here.
Right.
Yep.
I'm remembering more now. The cogs in my brain are turning. I'm remembering now why Dars doesn't like Jamie so much.
wait, so it's not just this instance?
Oh no.
Tell me more.
No, he didn't like Jamie before Fallbrook because of there was a lot of stuff going on with Saucy's character Tia.
Okay. What's...
And also like people going out and having certain like orders to talk with the school and not tell the other people in their squads because they're not allowed to, or like hiding things behind their backs, and people were trying to be like a lot more truthful, and even though some people were still being truthful, Jamie lashed out a lot at people, like at Tia and a lot of Dars's friends, like in Vanguard and in general, around things like that. But then in some instances as well, not really telling other people about certain things about himself with stuff going on, and it's like he just sees it like very hypocritical. You also hurt my friends really badly. I can't forgive you for that very well, like Dars is someone that's like, you can hurt me all you want. I've been hurt quite a bit from like, people insulting me at the CAF and whatnot. You hurt my friend. Alright, that's it.
Okay. So just a little bit of drama.
Yeah, for sure. Which then only got like escalated because of Fallbrook happening.
Well, yeah. When you put in extreme situations
Yeah.
and then it escalates, yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, Hoshi. I'm gonna have you do the questions, okay? So I can't really read them. So all right, Chad, if you got
What do you mean you
questions,
can't read them?
well, because I'm in the process of getting a dual PC setup, and so it should be finished tomorrow. But like I'm using, I don't have all the stuff basically. The kind of in a halfway space.
All right, questions, audience.
All right, hit Hoshi, and well, I mean, send the questions to Hoshi. Don't hit Hoshi.
Don't. I'm very delicate.
Yeah. Don't do that. Don't do that. Then we wait.
Toss them gently. Toss them gently.
Well, I mean, you gotta be kind to your cats, okay? Otherwise, they will shit and stuff, and you know.
Yeah.
What? So.
You got a laser pointer?
I'm getting stared down. I'm just gonna ignore it, and you know, I'm gonna look at you.
Oh, here we go. If someone that Dars likes did what Jamie did, like killing that vampire, would Dars give them more of a pass?
Oh shit! What the fuck? Like,
That's a
who are they asking in particular?
They're asking Dars.
No, I know, but like,
Oh.
yeah.
any friend in particular?
Oh.
Gee, if it was someone that Dars liked that did it.
Like if someone had said if Bev did it.
There
if
it
Bev did
is.
yeah. There it is.
She hulked out in her spider form.
Out.
It would hurt him a lot. And he would definitely have like a lot of like talking to do with them. 'Cause I mean, to be completely honest, Vivina has told Dars about a lot of the things that she has done that are not great. And Dars doesn't agree with her having done them. However, he did go over the conversation as well, you know. Do you understand that the things that you did back then were wrong? Yes. Are you actually trying to, like, better yourself as a person and grow and not do stuff like that again? Yes. Alright, then you're already on the right track of being a better person.
So if Jamie says yes to all those things,
No, but then if she like fucks up.
If she fucks up, it's like, it's one of those things that, like, something like that definitely does hurt the relationship for sure. And it like sets things back for sure.
it sounds like you have
But it's
more
not
trust for the
completely
other
irredeemable.
person, but you don't necessarily have as much trust for Jamie. So thus,
Well, it's one thing where different race, like, the bug can have some similar, like, characteristics and, like, like, fuck, what's the word I'm thinking of? Like traditions, like, racial traditions that orcs do. Like, Bugkin and orcs have been known to actually get along before.
okay, just because there's some slightly aggressive tendencies for superiority. Yeah, I understand the connections here, but like it's not helping the case in this instance. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I understand. Well, where it does help is being able to actually talk with someone and actually have proper conversation, rather than being able to, like, trying to talk with someone that you know isn't going to talk with you like you're a person.
So you don't think Jamie respects you as a person? You think there's racism?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Well, I don't think Jamie just hates everybody. I think that's just an equal opportunity hate, to be fair. Anybody that's not from his country of origin is an outsider.
Does he even like his family, though?
I think there's been a bit more racist-like hate directed towards Dars in some respects.
Maybe. Can you give an instance? Because I'm curious.
I'm trying to think, because I don't want to just be talking out my ass.
Well, okay, so is this racism... Okay, does this mean... Okay, how does this mean that you would or wouldn't excuse, say, the Bugkin for the behavior?
I think it's more like Jamie's like right here and Vev is right here. They take reputational damage, but Vev is still like over here.
It's just trust
Jamie's
levels.
over here.
Right. So if
exactly,
someone,
it's trust
so
levels.
yeah, but then that's a personal choice, right? If someone was say dating Jamie or were close friends with Jamie, their trust level would be here with Jamie, and then Vev would be down here. So again, it would be the same thing. Vev would be lower than Jamie.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah,
So basically, he's saying yes. If it's someone he knows, he'll give them a pass and work with them because he trusts them.
Also,
It'll be easier to mend that relationship more. Which, with Jamie, it's gonna be a lot more because they were already down in the in the reputation status
Low
down
hard
in
points.
negatives.
So this is the shitty thing, right? Like that's what happens. We create this environment, right? Where he doesn't have these friends or these close friends or these trusted ones that can be his Vev or you or whatever. And then so he doesn't have this. So then he's just on low end on the totem pole. There's no friends to put him up on the trust level. So he's always going to be at the bottom. So he's going to be the black sheep. He's going to be ostracized. He's going to become the bad guy. And you know what happens when those guys get pigeonholed like that? It's literally what you guys preach to me on a daily basis when I call you out. And you guys don't like it. When I call you villains, you're like, you can't do that because you're going to create a villain. Guess what you're doing to Jamie?
Which sucks because I've seen it where some people try to be friends with Jamie, and then Jamie yells at them, and then gets them upset, and then they're no longer friends with Jamie. So he ostracizes himself to an extent as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Imagine wants to correct us that Jamie is not racist.
There you have it.
He appreciates other races. There's been a lot of races passing through Taldera. This is a major trade port.
There you have it. So it's just people with corn.
Oh wait,
Why have all this corn in your pockets, huh?
Blood for the blood god.
Heard it from the word of his mouth.
Cornflakes. I'm probably saying I probably misspoke in saying Jamie was racist. I think that was actually what I'm remembering is more like insults of Jamie literally like actually getting like insulting Dars personally.
Mm-hmm.
It was during the whole thing when we had gotten back from Fallbrook. We went on like a small mission outside of the campus briefly, like to the outside area, that forest. And it was like no one wanted to bring Jamie along because Jamie was like high and crazy. I think overhearing like Zachary had like just beaten the shit out of him. And then in like passing remark of Dars getting like upset and like grumbling, making some grumbles towards Jamie, Jamie was like shot back really hard and pissed off Dars really bad.
Imagine us saying personal attacks did happen, but he's like dishing out and what he's
Yeah. So it makes sense. So you guys just have personal beef, is what it sounds like.
Yes.
And
it's definitely personal beef. Yeah.
All right. So at this point, then I guess that wouldn't be a generic question. So yeah, personally, then no. Yeah, he's not low on the trust totem pole. You'd give one a pass over Jamie, just for that. All right.
Yeah, which as a player, I can definitely see there being story where it's like, oh hey, Jamie's in the like negative reputation right now. Maybe there'll be some work eventually that actually builds that back up or something.
Maybe.
eventually there might be the slim chance of that. Maybe. Or maybe there's just the thing where he just goes completely off the table.
Either
There's
way,
no
they're all
redemption
cool
anymore.
stories. That's the whole point, right? Like,
Oh yeah.
like,
100%.
I actually prefer this. Like the whole like having someone go crazy and thinking the world's against them, and like this whole
hell
difference,
yeah.
this whole difference in culture, and like he's just not understanding as he watch other people do the same thing he does, and they get excused. It's great because we've all felt like that in the
Dars
world.
has been through that a lot.
Yeah, well,
Dars
we've
has
all
been
felt
through
that
a
in
lot
our
of that.
in the real world. We've seen the unfairness of the world as someone gets treated differently than us, and then like we do something the same way, expecting to get the same treatment, but we don't. And in fact, we turn into the bad guy. It's like it's insulting. So yeah, it's a great story. No, not like watching it. But again, by the way, this doesn't justify
Yeah, definitely.
murder. By the way, nor does it justify his behavior. I'm not defending any of that. By the way, no. I'm just playing the advocate here.
All right. Are you okay with it? Someone wants to ask you a question.
Me? Okay, sure.
Yeah. They're asking if what stealth what Chipz would do in that same situation as well. If it was like someone
Chipz have actually, I don't know if
He
you guys have
trusted.
noticed, has been going out of his way to reach out to Jamie. So, he usually goes for people when they're alone. Because that's, I don't know why. Because maybe he's a loner and he understands that better. But, you know, because he understands being alone and feeling hurt and feeling like everyone's against you. Like that's something he's always felt. So maybe that's why he gravitates towards those type of people, because maybe he can help, maybe he can't. Who knows? But it's better to, I don't know. I guess loners attract loners.
Maybe. Yeah.
she was trying as well, but then like shit fucking happened.
Yeah. I can see a possibility of like maybe Dars trying again in the future or something once Jamie's kind of like calmed down, like the situation more has like calmed down a bit, and
Right.
like maybe he's kind of come back a bit more to his senses, kind of thing. Maybe.
Well, we've had this before with Norali. That was the big instance.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, with Zane. He was a bad guy, but still captured. You know, it was over kind of a situation. And so we've seen it before, and we've gotten through it. But this one just seems so. I guess maybe because of the premeditated murder part, that's what makes it harder to swallow. When one was more of a heat in the moment passion thing. But either one is passion fueled, so like you can't really denote one or the other. Just one took 10 minutes versus a spur of the moment. So
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question. So, do you remember when after the Garm showdown in the keep, when Hoshi was saying that was like being upset about the daughter being killed and like all these like werewolves being killed, and like and Misty like blew up at her.
Yeah.
How did Dars feel about that whole debacle?
Oh gosh. Cause Dars, that was a whole hard conversation to have too. Cause like Dars didn't like what they did because of like the werewolves being like mind controlled or whatever, right? They were mind controlled was what we understood at the end. So we weren't killing a lot of them near the end, but any that we had to fight, we were taking down, and we didn't want it wasn't great. And Hoshi getting mad was like one thing, and we tried to tried to talk and like understand to Hoshi that's like sometimes you have to do what you have to do, right? Even if you don't like it. Misty was still out of line, which is why you can't just blow up on someone and attack them like that, which is why Dars was super pissed and then went to try and go and find Hoshi. Like he was on the opposite side of the conversation from Hoshi, but it was still a thing of talks still have to try and happen.
Or you can't
So
come to an
then people-
understanding.
Exactly. You have to properly talk rather than like insult and attack people for their character. You know?
And hey, maybe if that conversation did get to progress, something would like they would have come to an understanding.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, hell, that went to a whole different thing of, Dars and Misty being on not great terms for a while. But then by the end
really?
of Fall... Oh, yeah, 100%, because Dars fucking clocked her in the face.
Yeah, she probably doesn't like that. Probably didn't like that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
kind of ran away, so I didn't
Yeah,
see.
you ran away, and Dars immediately got up, clocked her in the face, and
my
chased after Hoshi to try and get her back.
Yeah, wild.
But no, after that, Misty and Dars talked it out, understood both their sides, and now they're good friends.
Ah.
All right,
Mhm.
let's see. I have another one. And go scroll a
Actually,
little
I do
bit.
remember one thing as well.
Mhm.
Conflicts as well for Dars at Fallbrook, right? Because there was the whole
Yeah.
Jamie thing, but we never really got to other things. There was a bit of conflict between Dars and not Gavin. What's Mason? Dars and Mason.
Right,
They
what
were
happened there?
butting heads a bunch.
Ah.
Because AV wasn't really talking much amongst themselves. They were, doing their own sort of thing.
Yeah.
And Dars wasn't entirely used to their, way of doing things.
They've always been like that. I
And-
don't think they were fractured forever. I just don't.
Yeah, it was more of a thing of like, they were a bit more like seldom loner type doing things.
Yeah.
And Dars got into the squad wanting to try and bring everyone like more together and doing more things, which
Right.
isn't entirely how it worked out. Then the whole thing happened. Ida, Arbor,
Yeah.
and then Mason was immediately put in charge. And we didn't have a talk about it or anything. We didn't like discuss any like here, there, whatnot.
He's like asserted
Dart.
himself.
Well,
Or-
Barian appointed him like just immediately right
Ah.
there. Baron was just like, "All right, you're a team lead now." And it's like Dars wanted to afterwards like at least discuss and like properly talk about who maybe should be lead and like actually talk as a group rather than just
Yeah.
have someone be in charge and just follow, like work as a team, work as a tight fold.
What?
even if Dars like, and it got to a lot of points where Dars was also having to sometimes take charge and say orders and such on some things
Yeah.
because Dars was a bit more headstrong, right?
Yeah.
So some stuff was clashing with like AV and teamwork and whatnot. Got to the point at the end where Dars wanted to actually talk as a group about it, and it got pushed way out of hand where Dars wanted to have a duel with Mason to see his strength to be a leader. Mason took that as a challenge of leadership and
I
put
mean,
the
it is a
leadership on
sort
the
of-
line.
Wait, I thought you guys fought for that, didn't you?
We did, because Mason put that on the line.
You didn't actually.
So
want
then
it.
we dueled for that. He didn't fully want it. He would have taken it if need be, but he didn't fully that wasn't his goal. So they had their duel, they had their fight once they got back to the academy, while also having their talk mid-fight And in the end, yeah, Mason won the duel. Mason took lead.
There it is.
And they're a bit better now. Like, the clashing's, like, done now, and he sees more, like, he respects Mason more because, orcs respect strength.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's see. So, what did Jars? Did Dars have an opinion on Zach just clocking Jamie?
Oh, that was hilarious.
As much as personally it's like, yeah, Jamie probably deserved that. It's another thing of going, you're hitting a man while he's down.
Mm-hmm.
You don't do that. He's already, like, he's gotten as much punishment as is, and let the people who are, like, properly doing punishments do punishments. If it is, like, deemed that you're fine to do something like that, then maybe that tough love is there, sure. But from what Dar's understood is that, no.
Yeah. A little fucked.
Yeah, there's a time and a place to be clocking someone, and that time when Zach clocked Jamie was not one. As much as he doesn't like Jamie, it's another thing of, it's...
Yeah.
He's gotta learn, you don't, like, just completely chop off the family unless they're completely gone. Even if they're at, like, that slim bit, maybe you try to bring them back to, build them up to be a part of the village again, to have their job, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're only as strong as your weakest link.
Alright, this is a question for what Dars thinks, but I want to know what you think as well. What does Dars think about, what will Dars think when we're getting new cadets?
Getting new cadets is interesting. It's gonna be fun to see, cause hey, I'm no longer the fresh green blood. Now I'm just the green blood.
Yeah, you're vet now, old man.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm an old man.
I'm cracking my
can't say
bones
that.
already.
You can't say that.
It's been years. Yeah, he's a year veteran.
No, it's only been like a year.
Uh-huh.
Back in my day, we were fighting vampires in Fallbrook.
Literally last year we were like saving the cycles.
Yeah.
Oh god, the cycles. Don't bring me back to the ancient text. I was there when it was written, Hoshi.
My goodness.
God. Back in ye olden days of 2018 RP, blessed be. But Dars himself, I think he's going to be fine with new cadets. He's going to be a bit more accepting of new people coming in. Because it's like, oh, hey, some more new people. He's going to see how they are, see how they mesh, whatever. Try to, like, bring them into some folds. See, like, maybe, like, find the job of how they fit in AA, what job they eventually get for themselves, and see how it all works out. And try to see how everything works out. Again, he's got that village mentality when he's, in a place like AA.
Actually, have you seen like the list? There's so many people joining.
Yeah.
I think I've seen the list a couple times, but I'm not sure fully off the top of my head of everyone. I've seen a couple like pictures of some people here and there, but like
it's gonna be fun. This is gonna be a blast.
It's gonna be a big, very big mission in the north. Yeah.
Oh, don't worry, my little village is just a hop, skip, and a jump away if we's going up north snowy ways.
Maybe
on the other side of the mountain pass.
We've been talking about it, and I should probably like preface every. We haven't announced anything yet, but start time might be pushed back a smidge. but I'm assuming people figured that.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, might just a smidgy. Mm-hmm.
Delays.
Just a delay.
Yeah, you know what? It
You
happens.
cannot rush greatness.
No.
Nah. Sometimes
Oh,
it happens, you know. I mean, I know some pretty good RPs that didn't start for a whole 2 years since they opened up their servers, and they had some like nice little prologues to go along for world building before their full story
Right.
started.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you have some delays, and you just take the time that you need to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I will contact you if you want to get on the podcast. If you need to rearrange your schedule because she works on Mondays.
Ah.
Let's see. I think I saw another.
Okay. If not, we're getting close to time, anyways. So.
Yeah. Oh, okay. In the big meeting at the end, Chipz was like calling like a bunch of I think we talked a little bit about calling people
Touched it.
the cadets murderers. Did us have like did Dars have any thoughts about that?
Dars, like as Fallbrook went on, Dars very much questioned a lot of like the murderers talk and everything, and by the end of it, he was very much a like mixed bag on that because he's trying to understand and hope that people are just doing what they need to do and aren't trying to be murder hobo murderers. Because that's similar to just being like a savage orc, and he doesn't want to be a savage orc. He is in a military now.
Yep.
There should be a difference between a savage and a soldier.
Unfortunately, explaining that our actions were going to have a horrible reaction and cost people's lives, we were trying to make that argument, but as you know, you were there, it was being perverted and twisted into something it wasn't. But that was the argument, and that's where the murderers things are. By saying, Chipz saying, you guys are being murderers now, is he's basically saying once you let this guy out, people will die. And that will be directly because of what we did. There is nothing else. We are choosing to do this. We already caught the bad guy. We saved the day. Now we are putting people at harm. That is.
It just when I heard it baffled me.
Yeah.
Out of character. I was like,
I was.
what
I didn't understand that.
What are we doing?
Well, again, it was the Blood Moon, and they were believing his lies. Garm had speech 10,000. Okay, Garm told them the story, led them to believe he thought he was good. Yes, and yeah, I mean, our bad guys were really good.
Dars even had some misinformation that would have led them to a better conclusion of, oh hey, the werewolves aren't just like very tribal like that. Like you shouldn't just go with this like very
Oh no!
No.
tribal thing.
Oh,
You're back. Okay.
no, saved.
Oh, I lived, bitch.
But yeah, he got this whole a lot of information that he tried to bring up that the werewolves aren't fully just tribalistic by nature. They are more civilized kind of people in Fallbrook, so trying to do a more tribal thing and just in a way just putting them down to just being lesser, being more tribal like that was not a good thing to do.
Yeah.
Dars tried to point that out and put that out there, but no one fucking listened to the orc.
No.
Yeah. People are saying I should have
So-
said it a little bit more eloquently, but the thing is it's not as fun.
Yeah,
Then there wouldn't have been
do I
drama. There wouldn't have been suspense, alright? I needed to say it in those words.
Because that's the kind of character Chipz is.
Waiting for the day that
yeah,
someone
I guess
casts
so.
arcane intellect on Dars.
Waiting for the day that someone casts Arcane Intellect on Dars and it's just like, oh, well, I do declare that I'm going to shuffle my axe today.
Put on a suit.
Got any
Do
more?
we want to do 2 more?
Sure, we can do a couple more.
Okay. What does Dars think? Oh, this is from Yi. What does Dars think about Mason choosing Dita over Dars for vice captain?
So he had a lot of thought about that, and at first it was just a like, oh, he's picking the like person he likes more kind of thing. Like, why not pick someone else kind of thing. Like he more saw it as like, yeah, Mason doesn't like me, so obviously he's not gonna pick me. But then later on, obviously with like more talks and everything, and with the eventual
Oh.
oh,
Oh.
I think I lived. I don't know what's happening right now. Jesus.
Boy who lived.
We need to wrap this up pretty soon
boy who
here.
lived.
Let's get these out.
For real, sorry. TLDR, you know, they end up like with the talks, and he's fine with Dita being the vice, you know, because like sometimes being a leader or being vice leader and not being on the front line, it can be a good thing. Normally in orc stuff, you know, the leader's right on the front line, Mason's on the front line, so
The guy leading
kind of
the
fulfills
charge.
that. Yeah, you know, what's a good leader with fighting like side by side his frontmen soldiers, you know?
Yeah.
Rather than hiding behind everyone and just being a coward.
Zapping.
Zapping. Yeah.
Zapping.
But he does see that, like, he understands more now that it's like, yeah, Dita being a vice captain is fine. And even though Dita is very unsure of herself and is very scared of, like, having responsibility, Dars trusts Dita to grow and be able to make the right calls and grow in the position. Dita and Dars are actually pretty good friends and close.
That's sick.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
get solid second choice.
Last one. Does Dars notice, and you notice, that him and other rage-afflicted students like Ryder are some of the most chill in the combat and not really murder hobos?
Okay, Ryder though. That's UKT. And
That's like a coin flip.
it really is.
Hey, sometimes Ryder gets a bad rep, alright?
Yeah, sometimes.
Because there's a lot of time, like, at Fallbrook, when Ryder had his whole situation that happened, and then Ryder got in a lot of shit and trouble, Dars looked at that and was like, what'd he do different from, like, whatever happens normally? Like, what happened differently? Why he getting in trouble?
For which instance? What? For which instance?
It was in the red light district, I believe.
We're talking about when he broke his legs.
Yeah. Yes. He broke. One.
Yeah.
The people broke they broke someone's
Yeah,
legs. to
this
keep
was
them from running
Chipz.
kind of
Yeah,
thing.
Chipz was the instigator. He was mad that we were fucking because we caught them. They were hands
No,
tied
it's a
up against the
microcosm.
wall, and then they broke their legs.
Microcosm of what happened with Garm, huh?
Oh, okay. To be fair, Dars didn't hear the full situation. of
Yes,
it. He
that-
thought someone was running, and then they broke the legs to make sure they couldn't run anymore.
Every time Chipz has tried to explain this to people, it gets perverted back to making it sound okay, and then people just roll with it because it's they want to have Ryder be okay, right? But no, right? And Ryder and Chipz talked about it, and they had their little heart to heart about, maybe that was a little excessive, you know. And Chipz, of course, is
little.
going, and then of course Chipz goes, yeah, I come off a little upsetty, yes, but then again, I'm watching literally the most powerful people in the world bully some of the most weakest people I've ever seen. So you can imagine my dismay when we should have a little bit more self-control.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I mean, Dars and Ryder are actually a decent bit close as well, like decent friends. So
Right.
he does try to like see that. And this was another thing where, oh hey, some reputation was kind of lost from that, and he tried having some like good heart to heart with Ryder afterwards to like say like understand the situation better, to say like, okay, some of the stuff that you probably were thinking or what you did was probably wrong to some extent, and you probably should try doing some stuff a little bit more differently, you know. Don't
Absolutely.
let the rage only take over. Yeah, like
So-
he
Here's my thing.
he helped with that bit.
When did we become so? I don't know, because Chip's got a lot of crap for calling him out. You know, called him a villain, right? And but it's like that's like going to your bro and going, bro, you're a fucking asshole. What the fuck you just do, dumbass? Like that's literally what you're doing, right? Like you're vibe checking your bro. He like crossed the line. He's like,
Yeah.
Psh, what the fuck you doing? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
he's like, oh, did I cross the line? Shit, you right. Like that. It was just one of those moments, and we kind of owe it to each other to kind of hold each other accountable, because I think that's the only. We are the only ones who can. We are the powerful ones.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Because it's not going to be the civilian that goes, sir, you can't do that. I'm demon from the 9 hells. Yeah, I don't think it's.
Well, when did that stuff all start happening? Well, it all started back in 2018.
Oh my goodness. All right, any closing things you want to go with?
I think that's good.
All right, one last thing. All right. Do you think you'll be able to survive the darkness?
Oh
I
my
think I can
god!
manage.
Holy shit!
Do you
I
think
think we're good.
do you think you can resist the urge to cave into your darkest desires?
Dars might not be sure of that.
Damn. He might be a lost cause like everyone else. on
Dars
the
is on a
campus.
bit of a teetering confusion right now. Because he sees a lot of the good and he sees a lot of the bad. He's very confused and doesn't know how to think too much.
Come on, Dars,
He's gonna have to rely on a lot of people to, you know, show him right.
But what if the wrong person shows you the way? Sorry.
He's just gonna have to live with that.
Oh, why? Oh,
Oh shit.
it's fine. I'm a vampire. It's just a flesh wound. All right. And with that, I'm gonna take my axe wound
Arms chopped off.
and I'm gonna get out of here, Chad. Thank you for coming by. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you, sir, for coming by, Mr. Orc.
Thank you.
And thank you for the wound. I appreciate it. All right, guys. Come to the stream
course.
tomorrow. We're going to be doing a testing stream. It's not going to be too crazy, but I got to test out all my gear. So, dual PC setup with a bunch of music gear stuff that I want to mess with. So, all right. Come and join if you want to have some fun. See you tomorrow. Peace. All right. Now where's the ending button? Somewhere around here. I think it.
Is your VRC Plus ended yet?
Well, let's not talk about that.